Mobius Pick back in action. All right, guys, we're going to be doing a Magic Origins. And we've got the Magic Origins pre-release friendly Swiss sealed, but we're not doing sealed. We are actually going to be doing a regular Swiss. And so, interesting thing that they changed is it costs one more event ticket, which is fine because the price structure includes another pack for going first. So it's 4. If you go 3-0, you get 4 packs. If you go 2 wins, you get 2 packs. 1 win, 1 pack. No wins, no packs. But really,
we get an avatar.
Yeah, we just really want to play some Origins. Origins is a core set, so the most obvious pick is normally right. There's a little thing. There's a little bit Thopters flying around, so you want to have flying options in your sideboard. Like the green, usually we have a plummet, right? And in Origins, it's 1 green mana instant, deal 3 damage to up to. As you do want to divide it amongst flying creatures. So if your opponent has 3 Thopters, you pay 1 mana and kill 3 Thopters.
That's cool. They also have a couple of reach guys that are pretty good.
Yep, and red has a reach card this time around.
That's good.
They have 4 mana, 4/3.
Red also has the can't be blocked except by 2 creatures mechanic. That's kind of new.
Menace, the new one right there, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah. So I think my favorite in this set is white, blue, mostly flying.
White is definitely one of the stronger colors from what people have initially said. I mean, that said, it's a core set, so everything's going to be fine. This isn't like M14 where white was unplayable. All the colors seem to be playable. We're just going to pick what's kind of open. But, here it comes.
Do we know of any money cards or anything?
I don't really think there's a lot of money in the set per se.
Okay.
Some Mythics might. All right, so Yamavari Coast is a rare. I don't think that's playable. So, actually, I don't think Brawler's Plate is playable either. I'm going to go ahead and reserve Thopter Engineer. It's 3 for 1/3, and it comes with a 1/1 colors flyer. Essentially, it's a 2/4 for 3
so
mana.
heavy infantry is also exceptional.
I think paying 5 for a 3/4
that taps a creature every
once.
Just once.
Just once.
That was okay. Celestial Flare is a little bit better.
Yeah,
Brawler's Plate's okay, but I wouldn't take it necessarily.
The 4 equip's just too much. If they kill your guy out from underneath you,
the Reeve's Soul might be even better though.
I think it's strong.
I think it's super strong. It kills probably.
It kills 1, 2, 3.
It kills all the creatures
4,
here,
except for Vastwood Gorger. Yeah, I think that Thopter Engineer, Celestial Flare, or Reeve's Soul, the cards you'd pick. I think we would go with the Engineer, the Reeve's Soul.
I'd rather take the removal, but.
I'd rather take the double bodies.
Removal's better, probably.
I think this set has, Reeve's Soul is one of the better ones overall, but I think we have multiple. Hey,
what is that?
Oh, that's Gather the Pack. Never mind. I thought that was a new green enchantment. No, they took the rare. All right, so we've got Throwing Knife, which is playable. Hey, you know what I think is actually a card I'd like to talk about? I think the best card in this pack is Rock's Maulers. 5 for 4/4 trample. We're down 2. They have to kill it. They can't just chump block it, right? They've got to have an answer. It is odd.
Once again, you're passing on the Reeve's Soul.
Wait, is there another Reeve's Soul? I will take that one. Oh, okay. Sorry. I will take the Reeve's Soul over the Rock's Maulers, for sure, because it's not multiple bodies. Yeah, wow, that would have been 2 results.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm positive you should take the removal.
Well, the other thing with Reeve's Souls is I would play 3 in my deck.
Yeah. This would have been 2 of those 3.
Yeah. All right.
You can go ahead and add it to picks. The only thing I'm excited about tabling is the Rocks or the Timberback Wolf.
I would take Throwing Knife if it probably won't wheel, but I would take that. All right. So I think Jiraga Invocation is.
You need to turn on the preview or something. I can't even read these cards.
Yeah, we do, but we don't have time to do that. Between packs, we'll try to do it.
You can turn on the preview right now. Can't you?
Where's it at?
Oh, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Is I don't know. Shoot a preview panel. Bam, that easy.
Okay.
Anyway, it's 4 green, and
no, I don't think that's very good.
It is good. It's like an overrun, but it's
the flying that makes a Thopter is probably better.
The 2/1.
Unless you've decided.
I don't like that blue card.
The Suppression Bond is probably the best card in the pack, though.
Suppression Bonds.
Also, Read the Bones.
Read the Bones and Jiraga Invocation are the cards I would consider. Do we want our first white card or Read the Bones? I'm going to go with the Read the Bones.
That's fine. If you want to definitely stay in black, then
I'm not sure if I definitely want to stay in black. There's a good white card, a good green card, a good black card. I like all of those.
There's also a good red card.
What was the good red card?
The one that a creature with power 2 or greater can't be blocked.
You know what we're gonna go with? We're gonna go with this card that's way too late here. Eye Blight Massacre is 2 black
great.
black. Non-elf creatures get -2/-2. We don't have to play elves for this to be good. We just have to play creatures and know that we have a sweeper.
Yeah. The Centaur is also good in this one.
Yeah, I don't think
the weight is okay. But I would definitely take what you got there.
I think the Stratus Walk is also okay, and so is the Ring Warder. Blue seems pretty okay, but black definitely looks
Actually,
okay.
that Flying Prowess guy is probably the best flyer in the set.
All right. Let's see what we've got here.
Gain some life. Evolving Wilds is always good.
So,
What's that Eye Blot guy do?
-1/-1. It's
He's not that
acceptable, but not amazing.
There's the Reach guy we were talking about in green.
Yeah. So I'm thinking we either take the Rock Smaller, our second and probably last Read the Bones, Eye Blight Assassin, or Evolving Wilds.
It depends on if you're going black or green, but you need to probably pick soon.
Let's go ahead and reserve.
I would go ahead and take the rocks.
All right, let's go ahead and take the Rocks. I like that pick because oh look, I don't think
What's
that card's
that
worth
thing?
anything. It's a
No,
mythic and it
nothing.
does a lot of stuff.
It's
a red card we can't
Imp
play.
is probably the best card in this pack.
It is by quite a bit.
Is there a way to just make all those cards a little bit bigger and not just have the preview pane?
Of course, it's right up here.
Oh, much better.
Here, let's actually adjust this. I don't know how we got to adjust this.
Hey,
There.
look at that! I can actually read the cards now.
All right, so we're gonna go with the Fetid Imp. Okay, so what we know is black is open. So we are black.
The other green card was very good in that pack too. All right, so the Anointer is really good. The Charging Griffin is really good.
These
What
are
is
both
the bubbling. Regenerate target creature, draw a card, or regenerate all your creatures.
and you draw a card. It's
And
fine.
the Nantuko Husk is also really good.
Nantuko's
But if,
fine.
if you're doing Nantuko Husk, you should also go into a Watt for the token production.
Red has a little bit too. We have the Thopters in red.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
gonna go ahead and mark the Nantuko as the most likely pick.
Yeah.
This is the beginning.
The Anointer is great though. I've had a lot of success with that, but I mean, we don't need to be that color unless you want to go into white.
All the colors are open right now. People are still kind of bad at knowing what to pick. Ring Warden, Husk, that card, they were all high picks. All right, here we go. We can go with Undead Servant, which I do like, or we can go with Magmatic Insight, which I think is a little bit worse. I think I'm gonna go with the Undead Servant. I think
He's pretty good.
I think we're gonna stay black on the first pack, and then if we see anything that draws us to a color, we'll just go with that. Like here, I'm probably picking the Vastsword Gorger.
I would probably take the white card. The heavy.
the infantry. I think.
Heavy
Do you
infantry.
think infantry's better than Vastsword Gorger?
Um,
Because I think the Anointer and the Rocks are both good cards.
it really depends on which color you're gonna want to go with.
We're not going to be green-blue, so the coast isn't any good.
All right, yeah, then take the green. I saw some good green cards that shouldn't have been. What's Gather do?
You look at the top 5 cards, you get a creature. If you have Spellmaster, you can get 2 creatures. We probably won't have 2 terribly many creatures, so I'm looking at
There's a 4/4 flyer for 6.
Heavy Infantry or...
I don't really
Unfortunate.
like the bonded construct.
It's bad. All right, do you think we'd rather have a Gold Forge Sentinel or Heavy Infantry in your white deck?
I
I think I'd rather have a Flyer.
think I'd rather just have the Sentinel. Gather the pack might be worth it. I don't know. I
I
like
don't-
Warhorn in this pack. The
I-
Pilgrimage lets you search for basic lands.
Only green ones.
I don't know if the sidearm's any good. I never played with that card.
All right. Actually, we don't even have the other card to go with that.
Well, it doesn't matter. You might get it later. But, I mean, aren't we pretty much figured out we're being green and not red?
We're not sure, really. We just have a bunch of cards that are okay. I'm going to...
I think the Mantle's probably.
terrible.
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. You're not going to play all these colors.
Mm,
That card should not have gotten around this far.
people just don't really know how to build their decks. This is the first or second
Well, I
day.
mean, we don't either.
No, not really. I mean, then the card evaluation's a little off, is what I mean. All right, so we've got one okay red card. That's going on the sideboard. One good white card. One good green card. I'm open to anything. All I know is that we're black. Let's check the price on Demonic. All right, let's first of all reserve our actual pick. And we're going to check the price on Demonic Pack, because we might be picking that. We got a minute. All right.
The Renowned Vigilance guy is really good.
It is. I know we're
The
not.
Elf's good. The Imp is actually amazing as well.
I'd be happy with a lot of these.
Oh, apparently the pack is going for 7 something though.
Okay, well, the pack is $7, so we're gonna pick it. If it was not, we would be picking the Eye Blight Massacre.
Yep.
The pack is not playable. We will not be playing it.
Nope.
The way our deck would have to work is just not going to happen. All right, so we would probably be taking our second sweeper and be really happy with it here. If it was a high-level event, we'd be picking it too, but it's not. Getting that sideboard. All right, let's go ahead and reserve this. I think that's a big enough... I don't think it's worth
to
anything.
move us into white.
I like it. It being the double white means that we don't really have to commit a lot to it, right? Because you're going to play it so late.
So the Revenant's pretty good if we're staying mostly black.
Right, it doesn't have any cost. We could go with the Servant or the Empath.
I think the Revenant's better than both of those.
We don't have that many creatures right now.
We've got 2.5 more packs. That guy gets big. So,
Sometimes easy. It doesn't average a 5/5/3.
I mean, if you're taking the Phalanx, we're going what though? You don't need to be taking it if we're not playing.
Yeah, we're either going with the Phalanx, the Revenant, the Empath, or the Undead.
So the Empath is
drawing a card.
Probably better
than the Phalanx. I think you're right.
Now the Phalanx is a blowout if you get to 7 mana. It can be. But
we could just emphasize removal. I kind of like emphasizing removal and just going white. So I think we're just going to go white, black, and we have a Blightcaster here and a Reef Soul. So this is a tough one. I think we're going to go with the Reef Soul. We don't really have any enchantments to go with it. So let's go ahead and move our other cards to the sideboard for now.
Yep.
We're not playing.
Seems fun.
We're going to play...
White's not very open, though.
You don't think it's very open?
We haven't seen very many white cards. I definitely take the Reef Soul here, though.
Over the... Yeah, we don't have any enchantments to go with the Blightcaster. Alright, so what are we hoping oils here? There's not really anything... This is actually a really bad pack. Meteorite, Blightcaster, Reef Soul...
Well, Angel's Tomb is actually
it's good if you're
fine.
It's alright if you're really aggressive. You play a low-cost aggressive deck. It'd be bad in our deck.
We haven't even gotten creatures yet. You have 2.5 more packs to get creatures. Well, I'm liking the Undead Servant out of this pack.
I'm liking the Undead Servant too. Alright. Orbs of Warding is a card that looks like it's really nice. I think there might be a place for it, but I'm not sure what it is. Like, it's the preventing 1 damage is the part you want on it. Maybe if there was a deck with like 1,000,000 Thopters?
It might be okay in Legacy to replace that other thing that gives you hexproof. It's like a random sideboard card. I don't know.
Alright, we've got another
Anointer is pretty good, but Charging Griffin might be better.
Well, we've got Anointer and Charging Griffin. I think those are the only 2 picks that I really...
Yeah, I think you'd rather have the Charging Griffin. What's our curve looking like?
We got 1 1-drop, 1 2-drop, 3 4-drops. 2 4-drops. I think we're going with the...
Wow. Well, Anointer's not very good unless you have some 2-drops.
Or other creatures.
So... Yeah, I would go ahead and go with the Anointer, hoping you get the creatures.
We just aggressively pick up creatures as we need to. So there is
really bad.
A super awkward thing of picking shitty creatures like this that kill enchantments to run the demonic.
No, take the Bloodsucker. That's better.
Yeah.
And it's in our primary color.
It'd be nice if we had more defensive creatures.
We've got a crappy curve going, Daniel.
Yeah, we do. Alright, let's focus on our curve. Here we go. Cleric of the Forward Order.
That's good.
Just a 2/2 for 2 that gains us some life. It's exactly what we're looking to do right here. Alright. Wow, we are just not getting the options there. So I will say Somberwald Alpha and Seismic Elemental are excellent cards.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so...
we might have to abandon white. Mighty Leap's not good, but I don't think we want a second Bloodsucker.
So let's take the Somberwald Alpha. It's the best card in these colors. It's the best card of all the cards here.
Okay. But we're not playing green, are we?
Well, do you want to take the Rapid Bloodsucker?
No, I'd rather take the Mighty Leap. It's not good, but it's passable.
It's playable? Okay. Alright. Eye Blight Massacre Wheel, because there's righteousness in the world. This is terrible. Whoever is not taking Eye Blight Massacres and they wheel...
It's taking elves.
They're
taking elves.
Taking elves.
Yeah. If you're not taking the eye blight, you're taking elves. It may be mostly a joke, but...
Okay. Alright, okay, so Undead Servant is wheeled.
Wow.
Yeah. Pick orders are weird at the beginning. Alright, so let's go ahead and move some of these cards we don't want to play.
I wish you would have committed to colors earlier. That's my only problem with the way you draft.
Yeah.
I pick 2 colors, I just stick with them. And it works. It forces other people out of my colors.
We will... Holy man, black is open. We
It's
will let Brad...
unfortunate that white is not.
We've got enough black cards that white is a supplemental color. Alright. Okay, so I think I'm picking the Tome. It's not good in most matches, but if we're in a really grindy match, it's fine. I don't want to play Tormented Thoughts because I don't want to sacrifice my creatures to make people discard things. I don't want to play Screeching Scab because it's not in my colors.
We're not playing any of these cards, so it doesn't matter.
Let's go ahead
Not
and
playing any of these cards, so it doesn't matter.
I'll go ahead and take that to my board. Not playing that main board. Alright, pack 3. What do we got?
Oh, better get low cost white creatures.
Or more removal. I mean, we've got 2 Eye Blights. Days Undoing. Let's go ahead and...
that's probably worth money.
Yeah, let's that. Okay, if we weren't picking that, we would probably be picking Revenant or Macaw's Walls, which are both not particularly
Are there
exciting.
not cards on the next? Like, scroll down.
There's a land.
Oh, there's just land. Okay.
Okay. Days Undoing. I'm pretty sure Days Undoing is like super high.
I think the Centaur is probably the best of this pack for us.
I liked the 2/4s with the... yeah, we're going to take that. It's worth 6.
Nice.
Yeah, we would be taking the Centaurs. I will say, if the... Well...
I would take the Centaur because you've got so many of those guys.
Yeah, and it's a 2/4. It lives through our Eye Blights. Other interesting cards, we wouldn't pick it, but Sky Snare Spider is one of the best cards in the set.
Chandra's Fury is pretty good. Alright,
so we've got Shambling Gloom.
playing black card. Oh wait, take the Cleric. We don't have very many low drops.
Well, we've got Shambling Ghoul and the Cleric. I like the Ghoul because it's on color and it lives through the Eye Blights.
The Cleric works with our other Cleric.
Just gains 2 life.
Itself, and then the next one we play gains is 4.
Yeah.
If it's still in play.
Yeah, I just like the extra toughness. This one blocks
whatever.
the turn.
I mean, go ahead.
And then our picks. If we were heavier
Doesn't
white...
really matter.
Yeah, if we were heavier white, I would have gone with the other one. Hey, Shaman of the Pack. That's cool.
Celestial Flare. I don't like the Archer. I do like the Centaur better.
Yeah. With us being such a light white splash, you're definitely right about just having the Centaur. We do have a lot of 4-drops, but I will say with the 2 Eye Blights and the 2 Reeve Souls, that gives us a little bit of wiggle room. I would
Maybe
like...
we won't run into the straight red deck like we did in the last round.
Would you rather get the 2/4 or the 3/3?
The 2/4 that mills our blotted whatevers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, Blessed Spirits here is a pretty easy pick. The other option is Shambling Ghoul.
Yeah, we don't have any enchantments, unfortunately.
Yeah, but we talked about when we did the thing, this is just a 3-mana 2/2. Flying. Windbreak. Would you rather have Windbreak or Shambling Ghoul?
It really depends. We don't have very many white cards, so
Alright.
It's really up to you.
I mean, the advantage to Shambling Ghoul and having a lot more 2-drops is that we can play a very defensive game with our multiple Eye Blights and our multiple big finishers at the end. So, that's fine. Alright. Some good red cards here, and
Wow.
well, there's actually only one good red card.
You
and one
might
good red
want
card.
to take the Waltz.
Yeah. We don't want another Bloodsuckers. And with the Centaur, it's fine as well.
Is that a rare tap 2 and tap?
Nah, we got one of those.
It's an uncommon? Okay, it's hard to tell from over here.
Zyndakar's Royal's an interesting card. It's not in our colors.
Another Reef Soul?
Yeah. Now we're basically... We will play another Reef Soul if there's nothing else to pick. But I think, 2 is my limit for really wanting... Hello, Adele the Bottle. If Reef Soul wasn't here, we would probably be taking Night Snare. No, we would be taking Aven Battle Priest.
Yeah, Aven Battle Priest is way better. What is up with these picks, though? Everybody decided that black was open and started taking it.
No, they didn't. They haven't been taking black. They've just... The card quality is not as high as you'd usually think. All right, we're going to go with Weight of the Underworld. The black cards are coming well. We don't have green here.
How many creatures do we have? 13?
13. We're low on creatures.
Yeah.
Which, so you like Thunderclap Wyvern? We're going to probably take...
Eye Blight or the Slug.
Yeah, just more low drops.
I don't like this guy, but he's a creature.
He's 3-drop. We don't have any of those, awkwardly. And more importantly, you know, I like him because he plays nice with the Eye Blight, too. Like, I don't like having that many 2 toughness creatures if we plan to be playing cards that... Alright, we'll go ahead and take our Revenant here. We could take our Majoring Network, but we don't have enough big spells to justify that. We don't have, like, a weird ramp deck. I'd rather just have the first Revenant.
Yep.
And not the second. Macabre Waltz? Wait, did I take Macabre Waltz?
You did.
Oh, it is right there. Never mind. Alright, there's our Catacomb Slub. No, there's our Charging Griffin. We're gonna win the game. We're not gonna have another 2/6. It also can survive through Eye Blight after attacks because it's a 3/3.
Good point.
And Catacomb Slub's just not really that impressive. Alright, well, we'll take another card that's okay. We'll add it to our picks for now, but I'd like to sideboard that out. We'll take the Grasp if we end up very aggressive.
Oh, actually, that's a great card.
We're going to move the Grasp to our sideboard.
No, that's
not
wonderful on the main board.
We're not set up to use it. We don't have a lot of creatures that we want to play. Like, our creatures are like 4 and 5 drops. Oh my gosh. But I think we have 2 of them. Yeah, we have 2 Grasps in the sideboard right now. But Brad tends to play these really nice aggressive creature-based decks, and
I
it's
draft
awesome
correctly for them.
Yeah, this deck is not a deck that wants to do that. We do have the Cleric and the 2 Shamblings, but if I was doing what... Oh, that's it. Ooh.
Alright, so sort...
By Converted Mana Cost. Let's make this
and
stuff bigger.
Make the slider bigger there.
Alright, so let's pull in everything we think is playable. Let's pull in all the white cards. And let's pull in neither of those artifacts. Okay, so we're going to leave Demonic Drag on the back burner.
Alright, so now we have 19 creatures, 13 others, so way too many cards.
Alright, so let's pull down our spells. We do have 3 Undead Servants, which is serviceable. That's not crazy, but it is decent. We've got 3 Reeve Souls. So one thing I didn't see first of all, I didn't see any, but also none came around, was big black removal. So there might have been another black player playing big black removal. The 5-mana removal.
And drafting small creatures?
Yeah. But you'd think they'd be taking the Reeve Souls a little higher. Maybe they're underestimating the power of them. I think for the most part, Reeve Soul's actually slightly more powerful. And we'll go ahead and set this on 4. We'll go ahead and set this on 5. We'll go ahead and set that on 5. I don't actually think we're going to play Kythians. Whatever. Oh, hey now. Alright, so we're going to put our Reeve Souls over here. I do not mind using Reeve Souls pretty aggressively. We've got a good bit of removal. Let's put this to the sideboard. I don't think we have enough... Well, you know what? I might be wrong. Alright. Oh, we have the Grasps, too. With the Grasps on, too, we'd like to play this earlier. I'm not sure if we're going to need Mighty Leap.
I hope we don't. It's not very good.
Not in a kind of slower deck.
Way too many 4-drops. Not enough.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of the Battle Priest. I think that's just not worth playing.
I don't even know what that one does.
It's a 3/3 for 6 that gains us 3 life.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
I think we should get rid of one of the Bloodsuckers.
Yep.
So we have a Bloodsucker, a Revenant. We've got a Centaur. Oh, is that my phone being real annoying?
Yep.
Alright, let me go move that real quick. It's loud.
Alright.
Okay.
Exit Steam so it'll stop giving us notifications.
So
aside from having way too many cards, this seems okay. So I'm gonna cut this guy.
I think we keep all the. I think we cut the tactics. It is nice with the Undead Servants,
You
but
don't have very many creatures. Well, you have enough creatures, but
I don't think that's the direction. I think this is a control deck. We just have the removal and all that.
you always draft the same thing.
Not always. Sometimes I draft really bad combo decks. Alright, I don't think the Grasps are good in our deck. We don't have that many low drops. I mean, we have the Shambling Ghouls. But they go on 4 drops?
What now?
The Grasps.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
They're really good cards.
They
I'm glad
are.
we won't be playing against them.
If we had more clerics and shambling wolves and 3 drops.
So we need to cut 2 more cards. So
I don't think we're cutting any of our removal.
all that stuff seems fine. I mean, the
we-
weakest is probably
Macabre
weight.
bolts. Oh, yeah.
Now, that's really good because we don't have very many creatures, yet we have 3 undead servants.
We have 16 creatures right now. Alright, so we need to make...
We don't have very many good creatures. I mean,
Alright, do we really think... Anointed Champions is really good when we're attacking, though. I actually really like it there.
Anointed Champions lets you win a lot of combat you wouldn't necessarily win.
Yeah, and a lot of our guys have low toughness, so...
We have a huge glut of 4 drops.
That's because of the Undead Servants. Blightcasters... How many enchantments are
We
there?
don't
1?
have any enchantments except that one, so that's cut. 15 creatures. You think we can cut 1 more card that's not a creature?
We should cut
Probably not.
Goldforged Sentinel or Rabid Bloodsucker. We should run 14 creatures and a bunch of removal. Macabre Bolts isn't...
Goldforged, Sentinel, or Rabid Bloodsucker.
I'm leaning towards the sucker just because we don't want to necessarily lose life. We're going to be slower or less.
Well, it also has 2 toughness. That's not a good number. Alright, that seems like a deck.
We're playing the...
Add basic lands.
Oh, yeah. Let's go 11 and 6. We can just go 10, 7. No, yeah, 11, 6 because the double black and the Eye Blight Massacres. Eye Blight Massacres is really the only thing that ties this deck together. I would not feel comfortable with this deck without the Eye Blight Massacres.
What did it do?
You just made it really big. You put all the cards together, yeah.
Sorted them all. Okay. Well, so let's look at what we might side in. Might side this guy in. Probably not going to side that in.
Let's look at the aggressive sideboard. That's what we will have, is we will turn into a more aggressive deck with 2 Rapid Bloodsuckers, 2 Grasps, maybe the Mighty Lit, maybe not.
I don't think we're going to play...
Like, we just cut the top end.
Yeah,
Our aggressive deck essentially cuts the Gideons, Phalanxes.
I don't think we're going to play any of those cards. And...
If you take out the 6
we
drop...
might play these 2.
No, like there's matchups where, like, let's say that they have big creatures, and that's our weakness, is we don't have removal for big creatures. I kept expecting to see the black 5-drop kill target creature common spells.
We never saw one.
We never saw one to pick up, or we would have.
Luckily, all of our creatures kind of suck, so they'll be spending 5 mana to kill our 4 mana creatures. For the most part.
We've got our Undead Servants. I will say, when you play that 3rd Undead Servant and you get 3/2 and 2/2/2s, some serious business.
So we feel real good.
But we can put in 2 Grasps, a Mighty Leap, and a Kythions, cut the Goldforged Sentinel, cut the Gideon's Phalanx, cut some of these cards that aren't affecting our opponents, and just become this very aggressive deck with Anointers and Grasps. If we saw a more aggressive... If Brad was in these colors we picked them, we'd probably see a deck that kind of ended its curve around 4 and ran the Grasps and the Anointers.
So I would have picked 2 colors after about the 3rd pick, and I would have stuck with them.
Which colors either be probably black-green then, right?
I don't know.
Probably. Those
One of these days I want to draft, and you just go along with it.
Just watch you pick sweet creatures.
And then win.
And then win.
So the only thing is submitting the deck early, we just have to wait now. So
Yeah, if we
there's
don't
no
submit,
reason.
they make us run everything. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Magic Online's a little on that. There's only like 2 minutes left on it, so it'll be there. So, guys over there, guys in the sideboard. On the side, what
Hey,
do you...
look at that!
All right.
Would you like to play first?
Of
We would, in
course.
fact.
We
don't really want to keep a 1-lander.
And we will keep this...
I guess we'll keep a 4-lander and 2 4-drops.
That
That seems
awesome.
terrible.
Yeah, this is super awful. And, yeah, we might lose our first game.
Well,
Not our first match, our first game.
we might.
Might not.
We always play the red guy the first game.
Who doesn't love red? Alright, so Read the Bones is not an exciting first play in that it costs you a ton of life, but it is the kind of card that will dig us to, like, a Eye Blight Massacre should need be. Oh, our opponent's not playing cards.
Good.
Well, that makes our Read the Bones way better. Put on the bottom of my library. I don't mind that.
That's fine.
Oh, look, we got a Shambling Ghoul to
Nice.
play on turn 4. Actually, we're going to play the Undead Servant.
Well,
Or the
unless
Charging
they play
Griffin?
something that needs to die.
Actually, I think we'll play the Charging Griffin. That needs to die.
What is it?
Whenever a player casts a spell, put a 1/1 counter on Mana Gorge or Hydra.
Yeah, so just kill it.
Yeah, we're going to kill it right now. It gets a counter.
And then it dies.
Yeah, so that would have killed us all by itself.
Yep.
The good news is, it didn't.
Alright, now 5 mana. Revenant only counts our graveyard, right?
And yes.
So we'll probably play the Undead Servant next. What's that guy do?
It's a 2/2, and it can only be blocked by creatures with flying or reach.
Oh, okay. We don't care.
Yeah, I'm playing... The other nice part about the Servant is I actually don't mind it dying. Like, if our opponent trades their Orchard, that's fine. Next turn, we'll play Charging Griffin, Shambling Ghoul. Looks like our opponent's constrained on mana.
Which is good for us, because we had too many mana.
Yep. If I was my opponent, I would be attacking here. Trading with Undead Servant's just not that great. Oh, okay.
Now we just need to draw the Undead Servant off the top.
That would be nice.
Alright.
Brad
Undead
calls it.
Servant
And
and Shambling Ghoul. You'll have to...
always yield.
Yeah. So now we look like a boss.
Yeah, now we look like we have some board presence. Our opponent's a little under the gun here. We're going to attack with everything, and we're really the aggressor here.
We're going to attack with everything. Then we're going to play Griffin and continue to attack with everything.
Yep. So if they sweep us, we'll play Revenant.
Yep.
Not that there's many red sweepers, or any in the set.
What's that?
+2, they can, when the attack...
Drop it to throw it, basically.
Yeah.
They're actually swinging.
I hope they're throwing it at the Undead Servant.
And then you can block. And
I
you
can't block. It's fine, though.
Oh, they sacrificed it to do that.
Mm-hmm.
How many creatures do we have in the graveyard now? 2?
2. We're going to play Charging Griffin. And Fetid Imp. And I'll trade my Charging Griffin here. It powers up the Revenant. I'd like to keep the Imp back for...
Don't trade anything. We're at 12 and they're about to be at
oh, yeah, if they don't...
16. So I think if you hold the Fetid Imp back, they will not attack you.
Yep.
So just charge with everything but the Imp.
And
What
that's,
is that?
It's a power equal to the number of lands you control.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to race him. I'm going to trade my Fetid Imp off with his Incarnate.
Yeah. Go ahead and play the Revenant, but leave a black up.
Alright, so we don't have a good text on the ground anymore.
Which means we don't really have good attacks.
If he just attacks with the Orchard Spirit, that's his actual best attack. If he attacks with the Incarnate, I will be happy to trade off...
The Revenant?
Nah, the Fetid Imp.
Well, so the Zendikar thing, you can block with the Imp. The Revenant, you should probably block.
Trade the Revenant for the Orchard Spirit?
Yeah, just...
Okay.
I mean, it could get bigger, but...
It's fine.
Your Imp is holding that 5/4 back,
Yeah.
so that's pretty good. For the low price of 1 mana per turn. Also, he might use a combat trick here, which would be wonderful.
Alright, so our opponent's
Hey, that's
go ahead and
exactly
attack
what we
first.
needed.
We could attack with the imp, but I don't think the 1 damage is going to matter quite as much. I will attack with the imp 1 time, and that'll be the last turn, because it'll put in the last piece of damage. Right?
Yeah,
so we'll do 3
when it
3.
kills him.
Yeah. Alright, and the 2 life is actually fairly relevant here. In that we're racing. We've got a nice wide board, too. He needs evasion. Our opponent can easily kill us with a lot of cards. Keeping the flyer back is also important because of the seismic, whatever, the 4/4 that falters when you play it. We can also block with our ground guys. I don't actually like that. I'm just going to block here. Right?
Yeah, I mean, if he has a trick, he has a trick. But ours still has Death Touch.
They would need to make it indestructible. Nope, they just took that trade.
Well, now they're playing something bigger. That
Okay.
has reach.
Yep.
And vigilance.
Hmm.
Well, that's unbeatable.
We'll just have to block with a bunch of creatures. I'll trade my 2/2, my 2/2, and my 2/3. I'll trade 2 creatures for that. That's fine.
And then we'll get the Undead Servant.
Yeah, we don't have a way to answer Sky Snare Spider. That's the real problem with our deck. Undead Servant would give us more bodies. Would it give us enough to win the game?
Do we have another imp? We don't have another imp.
We do not. We have Macabre Waltz, which could get us an Undead Servant and Reed Bones back,
And an imp.
and an Imp.
Okay. Well, let's hope we get that.
Yeah, we need to start saving the land back. I forgot about that card. We should be
You
holding.
have to discard something?
You have to discard a card.
I did not know that.
All right. So do we just block with everything?
Definitely would triple block.
If he has the trick, he has the trick, right?
I mean, you can quad block. It's not going to change anything as far as we're concerned. But if you quad block, you're losing the Charging Griffin, so...
Yep. Let's put it on our opponent to have anything.
Makes sense for him to kill the 3 toughness dude.
There you go.
Oh, he has it. Well,
I wasn't thinking about Titan Strength.
Oh, really? I just assumed if he had it, he had it.
Well, if I thought about Titan Strength, I would have blocked with the Anointer. I was thinking of green things that give more than 1 toughness.
Oh.
No reason to show him that. We can attack. That's 3,
Into his
4.
reach.
Yeah, it's 4. That'll kill his creature and all of our creatures. We're doing that.
Oh, that makes sense. Should really wait till he blocks.
Yeah. You might have had a trick that was really loose of me there. Alright, let's see if our opponent takes it.
He won't. If he didn't block, then you shouldn't have tapped. Because now you're taking 6 to the face.
Yeah. Oh. So our opponent has a very nice deck. All 3 of these cards, the Avaricious Dragon, the Gearcrafter, and the Sky Snare Spider are all very high picks. This is a very strong deck. I don't think we have any cards that strong. All right. So we need. All right. Do you think we want to go the more aggressive route? He has small creatures. We did see 2 of his bigger creatures, right? The average.
I don't think you want the Gold Forge Signal. But I think you do want to keep the Phalanx.
Basically, I'm asking if we want to bring in Mighty Leap or Grasp of the Hieromancer. Or we could bring in... Kithians.
Well, it's a sorcery.
It is, so it's not particularly exciting. We have Blightcaster or Mighty Leap as our options to put in that I think are decent.
I'd put it in Mighty Leap or the grass because we could have attacked through basically everything he had there for several turns.
So then we can drop Revenant and pull into Mighty Leaps. Do you like that?
That's fine.
So we're going with a really aggressive option with the possibility of having a big one there. Yeah, I don't mind that. All right. Do we need to change our mana because of this?
You might want to change one planes.
Yeah. Let's add one planes. All right.
All right. Go.
Adel, the trick to playing events and spending the least amount of tickets possible is to make I like this. Make picks that are informed by how much money you're getting from stuff too. What was I going to say? We picked Days Undoing, and we also picked one other rare, and we're happy with those. If we lose this draft, we didn't lose value because we made up the price of the packs. And we're very likely to at least win one match. We'll probably win more than one. All right, I think we play the Shambling Ghoul here.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's
make this a little bigger. Don't F6, F2.
That's fine.
Why would he respond by killing that? Okay, F6.
I mean, yeah. We could have attacked first. Probably should have.
Why does it matter?
You get one more damage in if they wait. Okay. Alright. I think we attack with our 2-3. We Reef Soul something else.
Yep. This is confusing having half the keyboard.
Alright, wait. Yeah. Should we grasp now?
If you were going to grasp, you should have done it before you attacked.
We should have done it before you attacked, yeah.
Reef Soul's a sorcery. You should have killed that thing. Instead, kill that thing. Just F6.
Alright. Hopefully we're going to draw land. Alright. Do we want to keep this guy back and read
No.
the
Reef
bones?
Soul the 1/4 and then attack.
See, all aggro all day.
It works.
Alright. I probably would have gone the read the bones, try to get some more lands, but
You saw the last game, right?
yeah, he's got 2.
When he gets to 4 and 5 and 6 mana, they start getting 4 and 5 and 6 power.
We have nothing with 4 or 5 or
Yeah,
6 power.
exactly. Why do you think I choose my strategy? Because you always draft the same deck and it's always crappy.
It's not always
And I always
crappy.
help.
Oh.
Also, making sure he never has a creature means that he can never cast that stupid spell. Yeah.
Alright. Okay, actually, let's go with the Return Centaur.
I was going to say that.
Get lucky. Us.
I actually didn't even notice you Striker player. Because why would you build them?
We lost a Reeve Soul, our game-ending spell, and
Nice.
that's it. Lands.
Alright, well. That's pretty much how that card should go.
And they have a 4/4. Alright.
Well, now you attach the grass.
Attack with our 3/5 and take 6 on the crackback. Or attach it and then
Well, play the first Undead's thing and then just block.
double block. We'll double block the 4/4. We'll probably kill our Centaur, which is fine.
Well, if he kills the Centaur, we get to use the Undead Servant to kill the Timberback next turn, so...
Yep. It's unfortunate we're just in that defensive position now. And the one card we'd like to draw later in the game is the Norse. Not that that's a great card to draw. It doesn't do anything right now.
It does plenty. If we had enough mana.
Alright, let's see. Opponent? I actually don't mind that trade as the opponent. No, Titanic Growth. Okay.
Well, he's always got it.
He's got a Titanic Growth and a Titan Strength.
And he's had them exactly when he needed them.
Alright, so I think we're playing Undead Servant and building out some bodies. See if they have it again. They probably aren't running more than 2, maybe 3 combat tricks max, so they're running at least 3, 2 Titanic Growths and the Scry one. Do we Reef Soul the 2/2? I think we just Reef Soul the 2/2.
You don't want to read the bones?
Take 2 damage, go to 8 against his 6.
I mean, what are you doing next turn if you don't read the bones this turn? Hoping you draw something?
Yeah. All right, we can try to read the bones. I think this is a really.
I think we're gonna lose either way probably.
All right, we'll leave the black open so we can Reef Soul if we draw anything. Okay.
All right.
We'll keep both of these. So put this on the top and then put this on the top. Oh,
Yeah.
We'll draw both of them.
Both of them, and then you can play the land and Reef Soul anyway.
Yeah. The next turn, we Weight of the Underworld, and this will be a 1. Yep, a 1/2, and we'll play a High Blight Assassin. And our opponent does have 3 cards in hand, so it's not like we're off in any side of. Oh.
Oh, you got destroyed. We're not coming back from this.
Nope, I think that's it. Oh, we got 1 shy.
Alright, let's see.
It was rough. Opponent had a nice deck. And they curved on game 2. Game 1 was a lot slower. We just didn't have enough punch in it to end up their slow play on the first one. But that second curve was amazing, right? They went 2-drop into 3-drop into 3-drop into 5-drop.
Yep.
Alright, so... Oh, we've got a minute here, too. So let's look at some of the cards that are out in this set. Let's look at Mythic Spoiler. And see what our... Oh, wait, let's look at red cards. So, kind of talking about some of the cards our opponents saw. I think our opponent actually had a really high card quality. Green seemed pretty open that game. Red didn't, but I think our opponent had some of the nicer red cards. We saw from them Avaricious Dragon. We saw the Lightning Bolt variant from them. We saw the 4/4, the Seismic Elemental. Like, those are all really high pick red cards. Our opponent definitely had the good red cards. The green cards they had, I didn't see that were too impressive other than that spider. That spider's real nice. Where's the... Yeah, Sky Snare Spider. It's kind of sad when I saw it in Pack 3 and we couldn't pick it because we were out of it. I think it's one of the best cards. Just this is the kind of card that could be a rare, and you would think it was a bad rare because your sad open is your rare, but the power level's there, right? I mean, this is essentially rare level power as far as limited goes. Like
for limited, it's... Yeah.
But other than Grasp of the Hieromancer, we didn't have cards that beat that card.
Yeah.
It's just too good. And on our last game, our opponent just having the 2 Titanic Growths, really. They had it both times. The danger with running those kind of cards are too many. It looked like they were running 3, which I think is fine in that deck, right? They're probably running...
They just got them when they needed them.
They had 2 Titanic Growths,
whatever.
The red removal, and then the green pump spell. So it's 4. That means 4. That's normal. You're running between, like, 4 to 8 non-creature spells most games. The thing I don't like about Titanic Growth, this is punishable. If you have an instant speed remover spell, you can...
If we'd ever had that.
Or, if you don't have the creatures out you need, you draw it off the top late. It doesn't do anything. But that's why they're so powerful. And in that case, took down our Undead Servants. Undead Servants been doing good work, though. It's just...
alright. Yeah.
I mean, not putting up exactly where you'd want it to be.
I would, I don't know. I'd like to draft again. This set seems fun.
Yeah.
I really didn't like the last set for drafting, so.
I mean,
The cubes seemed alright, but I'm not a big cube draft person, so.
yeah.
Not really knowing what to pick in the cube because you don't know all the cards in the cube. Like, I know all the cards in Origins.
You can look at it. The cubes have the list of everything in it.
So, yeah, if I wanted to spend 4 hours letting you do a set review of the cube. No, it'd be more like 6. Then I'd probably be prepared, Daniel.
Yeah, the cubes just, especially that one. Some cubes play very traditionally where picking creatures is really effective.
But you've found in playing, or you've heard from people saying, or what?
Both. My cube that you saw me play last time was not every time I've cubed. I've done holiday cubes before. And also watching pro players play on different varied videos. There are aggressive decks to be played. There's the mono red aggressive deck, and there's a couple other tempo-oriented decks that use things like swords to good effect. But often in the most broken cubes, you want to be doing the most broken things. When you play Vintage, you can't afford to run the best creature deck that ever existed. You've got to run these really crazy decks. You don't have to do that in the cubes, Legacy Cube. But the Holiday Cube's a little, you're running Black Lotus and Petals and all sorts of crazy powerful spells. Sometimes it'll do it. The time we played, we didn't have counter spells. Yeah. I think we've got a little
timer at?
It's not at much. We lost those games rough. So let's pull up
It
something.
looks like we're the only people finished, actually.
We can double check. No, Scott and Apalm are done. We're actually only waiting on one match.
Okay.
Dartex and Mono 1986 are the only players left. Well, let's see. We'll pass some time because I don't think there's too much other things to talk about. I do want to. Oh, it's the collection. I don't care about that. Play lobby. Is that one of the reasons that some of the cards seemed awkward in passing? Is that the first time through, people make weird picks. Like we saw things wheel that should never. I'd Light Massacre should never wheel. You should never have those kind of cards wheel. We saw the Sky Snare Spider didn't wheel, but we saw another green card that wheeled, and I was just like, this shouldn't wield.
Well, the 4/4 that lets creatures not block on the ground.
Yeah,
was
that wheeled.
Super late pick.
Yeah, that wheeled around, I think, 1.5 times, and that's an amazing card. There were red players, they should have picked those up. A 4/4 for 5 in red is just fine, and with the ability to either win the game that turn or push through a sizable amount of damage and force your opponent to blocks is great.
Yep.
And our green-red opponent, they didn't play any bad cards. They
Can we go ahead and sell that one card, or do we have to wait to the end of the draft?
We have to wait till the end of the draft. We probably should sell some of our cards. We had, let's see, display, sort by rarity. We had several cards that we had planned to sell that we had picked up, and it's probably close to that time. Our Dragon Lord Atarka and our Atarka World Renderer. I got those in another draft that I won.
Okay. I think we should probably wait on the Mox Opal a little bit more.
Yep, I think we're holding the Spell Skites.
I think we're playing that. I think I want to keep the new Time Twister variant too.
You think it's going to go up and not down?
For Affinity.
You want to try it in Affinity?
Yeah, I'm trying it in paper, but I haven't actually gotten to cast it yet.
So, yeah, we'll keep it for there, and we'll cast it a bunch in Affinity. It's still kind of low. And Brad brought up, and other people have too, I personally don't think that the card's going to be quite there because of the end of the turn clause. But the other part is, if it is successful at all, it will be wildly successful. It's the kind of card that's a make or break. You don't know if it's going to be unplayable or the best card. Originally, when they... Oh, there we go. Our match has started. When they printed Lion's Eye Diamond, the card was unplayable.
That seems like a keepable hand.
Lion's Eye Diamond was initially unplayable, and now it's considered one of the more broken cards ever printed. And that's the kind of things you get. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start with a Swamp.
Yep.
We're going to throw out that Shambling Ghoul, which is cemented by the Eye of Light Massacre for any reason if we want to. I'm probably just throwing it out there. no reason to play any white cards or planes right now. We don't really have any reasons to. Our opponent doesn't need to know what other colors we're running. We don't have any double white cards. If we had double white cards, I would run the planes out. So the downside of Shambling Ghoul showing here. Our opponent gets in 2 more damage than they normally would.
Yeah, I mean, you could have played the cleric.
Yeah, but if he plays another thing, I might...
See, I like playing the cleric because I would just block with it.
Yeah.
And he'd probably use a combat trick if he had it.
We're playing the cleric here.
So you're going to attack or not attack?
Attack. I want my opponent to commit more creatures to the board. We've got this Eye Blight Massacre sitting in the background here. Just...
Alright, so mill 4.
I'm going to attack first. And now we're going to mill 4.
Hey, we hit a creature.
We hit an Undead Servant.
Woo!
Making our way in the world. And the Goldforged Sentinel. Alright, so next turn we're going to happily play our Undead Servant. Unless our opponent really widens out the board. Oh! Our opponent is all about giving up. And showing...
Happened?
Our opponent kept a hand with a bunch of lands. Drew a bunch of lands.
What is the Aspiring Aeronaut?
It's a 4-mana 1/2. Makes a 1/1.
Oh, okay.
So our opponent actually just kept a bad hand and then felt salty because they drew lands. Because we know they played 1 spell, which means if they had the most amount of spells and they kept a 4-land, 3-spell hand, one of the spells which is negate, and the other 2 spells which are low power, I would have mulliganed that hand. That is the kind of hand that you can very well be heavily punished for. All right.
I don't know that we really want a sideboard, having seen so little. I don't really like the Goldforged Sentinel, but let's go ahead and keep it. And go.
I like it more against this deck. He's got the little things that peck at us, all that kind of stuff. It's not impressive. This is
2 lands, 2
removals. This is a good keep because of the 2 Reef Souls.
Yeah.
Like, there's not many. If we don't draw lands, of course we'll lose, but that's always the case. Oh, and our opponent is running terrible cards. Prism Ring is not the kind of card you want to run. Even if my opponent plays on turn 1, optimal case. They might cast 7 blue spells. I don't want to.
It only counts his, right?
Yeah.
Oh look. So now, if he plays a creature, do you want to Reef Soul it, or do you want to play the Shamble?
Yeah, we'll probably play the Shambling. There's a chance that we'll end up just we kind of want to play towards.
So I agree with that. I just wanted to set you up to talk about it.
Yeah. The Eye Blight. Our Eye Blight is, I mean, last game it did not shine at all last match, but it's the kind of card that will blow your opponent out. Really, just set them up, and we can be in spots like against our big opponent. We never got the opportunity, but there could have been positions where I attacked into his board. He made blocks, thinking that the blocks were bad.
Don't we have a creature that gives him a -1/-1?
Yeah,
Ooh, that's about to get fun.
Oh yeah, and it lives through our Eye Blight Massacre, which is none of that's important. Just building your deck a little bit around it, right? We picked up Shambling Ghoul a little higher because of Eye Blight.
Doing a lot better this game than last. He did get Massacred though, so you have to.
He kept a hand with a bunch of really bad cards, with 2 cards that aren't impressive on their own, and then drew a bunch of lands. Like, it wasn't like there was a payoff if he drew those lands, you know?
Oh yeah. I realized that it was a bad keep, but
it
still wasn't a fair game, is what I meant. So he gets a Flop Thopter or something.
If we draw a land, I'll probably Eye Blight here and attack him for 2.
I wouldn't.
You just attack with the
I would attack. Because he can trade one of his cards?
Yeah, we attack with both. He can block
and then
one.
you can just play a cleric.
Yeah.
Or you can use one of the 2 Reef Souls and attack as well.
Yeah. So, you know, the opposite hand of that is the hand where you don't have enough mana. We don't have enough mana, but we kept a hand that can play a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you can always read soul of the next two things he plays, assuming they're not.
He's playing green and blue. That's interesting.
What's he playing?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
That's not the kind of card you want to be playing when you're losing. That's what I don't like about Warhorn. I mean, you got.
It is really good when you're winning, though.
Oh yeah, and it's nice in the Thopter deck. I like it there. There's a lot of, your bodies come across pretty quickly. That's sad. Yeah.
Let's try a land this time.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and play the Undead Servant and hit him.
So he's probably got
Blue cards.
and he might have that goblin card. Makes a couple goblins.
I just really haven't seen much of his deck. Okay, he's playing something decent here. Nope.
What is that?
It's a 1/2, makes a 1/1.
Okay.
So he's got a bunch of guys that can't block our guys. And I think I'm going to kill his Aspiring Aeronaut so he can't double block anything.
You're gonna read its soul.
Yeah.
Seems like something you'd do. Hey, another land.
Would like to see a swamp. I mean, that said, we are just a couple lands from Gideon's Phalanx, which we probably won't need. The opponent actually is probably likely to be dead by that point. They're not really committing more resources defensively to the board, and they're not winning this race.
No, had you not killed that creature though, they would be tied at the race though.
Oh yeah, they would have double blocked the Undead Servant. I don't think you not block the Undead Servant, by the way. Like, I know that there's the danger of it getting more powerful, but you just kill the biggest power creature. You don't really worry about multiples. Often your opponent won't have multiples. We only have 3, so it's not like that likely we'll see 2 on average in a long game. I do want to see all 3. I want that, like, turn 4 Centaur, mill 2 Undead Servants, play it, turn 5.
Get it back with the get them back when the cob waltz after the first one dies or something.
Yeah. See, here our opponent is attacking for 2. They better have something awesome to follow this up with. And they don't. They're just willing to die. Okay, they're doing something at least.
Okay.
So they're stopping 2 of our attackers. Alright, I'm going to resoul the barrier. I mean, I could also wait with the Underworld, but I'd rather have wait with the Underworld for something that's bigger. Alright, now our opponent is dead if they don't have something to play. So they can't just attack us for 4 and have lethal of it, staring them down. Looks like they have something.
Nope.
It's losing. Losing is what they had. And they showed us Chandra's Fury, which is not particularly good here. It does 4 more damage. Screeching Scob, which they could have played, and Cinda Sleep. So,
They could have held on for a little while.
yes. Our opponent's definitely all about giving up early. They wanted to be ahead, stay ahead. But in be ahead, stay ahead decks,
Probably not 3 colors.
not 3 colors, not playing Prism Ring. So the things that they didn't want to play. Like, this deck isn't super bad, but I don't want to play the Prism Ring in that deck. I'd rather not play the Nivix Barrier if I could. And I definitely don't want to be playing a 3rd color, regardless of its strength. I'd like that blue-red deck that's playing the Warhorn, that's playing the Subterranean to get in, the Aeronauts, the Flyers, right? Something like a Chandra's Fury doing double duty as a Lava Axe, plus kind of removal. But
Our games are over very quickly.
so is Corpse and Dartex. Corpse Dancer. So Corpse Kisser, the person we lost to, also went 2-0. I think that they probably have the best deck at the table. We're waiting on... they haven't even finished a single match.
Nice.
It'll be a minute. So, we can...
So if we play Scott or Adam, I believe it was. No, AMP, not Adam.
Close enough.
They're probably playing either very match decks or slow decks. So
Yeah.
That's good for us if we play them.
All right, so let's go ahead and throw Bad back into playing with this client on something odd. You wanna throw down in some Mormir Vig, Brad?
Not in the least. I do want to check and see if we can do a draft with just, what are those, play points or whatever they're calling them now.
Okay, you can check that real quick. I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Okay, I don't know how to check that. I guess I'll find out.
You just hit details for a minute.
It'll be an experience. So, let's see. I think it's called... I'm not seeing the one I want. Okay, so apparently the cube has disappeared. I wanted to play that one more time. All right. So prize structure. 2 match wins, 1 pack. 3 match wins. Dragons and Telcare boosters. That's weird. What did we jump into? Oh, that was M15. I wanted Origins. So the 1 win is 1 pack, 2 wins is 2 pack, and 3 wins is 4 packs. So, and then the entry is only tickets. So, if we go to store. What is this? Here's a pre-release pack.
Yeah.
It's only $5. Why is that? Because you have to spend tickets as well to use it?
Because you have to buy the other regular packs as well. So the entry cost is a pre-release pack plus
The packs.
it's a sale. Yeah.
Oh! That's wild. I don't even see the Origins packs. I guess you can't get the Origins packs yet because it's the pre-release on this client.
I guess.
So is that why all of them are tickets and you can't use the product to...
Probably. They might not have finished entering play points as well. See what the chat thinks. We're still waiting. Forever. Yeah, I'll probably just run a Mormir Vig while we wait. 'Cause we don't really have anything else to do.
Is it?
It's under limited tournaments. No, constructed open play, sorry. And I guess getting started.
Format? Oh, it's under getting started.
It's under any of them. Go to format.
Go to format.
And then down at the bottom, there should one say it's Mormir Vig as you keep going down. Mormir Basic. Down 2. Down 3.
There we go.
Alright. Switch spots with me real quick.
What is it doing?
You don't have everything checked off that has to be checked off.
Oh, how annoying.
Yeah, interface not the best thing. Still waiting for that third match to start up. So we're 1-1.
So we've got
Oh,
the possibility of getting one more pack.
Yeah. There's unless you put money in. So the thing about playing Magic is the goal is not to spend any tickets over time or to earn tickets, which is very hard. It takes a lot of time, a lot of practice. You need to be adept at Magic and also a little bit lucky. You got to put the time in. We've probably put in a total of like 40 tickets. And with these two cards right here, we have 17 plus like 7 plus 10. We're at like 35. So we've spent 10 tickets on the whole playing Magic, which is pretty good. And our results haven't been spectacular.
They've been pretty bad, actually.
Yeah,
we've gotten pretty lucky pulls, though.
We have.
Well, if Dan's not too tired, I will do another draft after this.
There's a possibility. Just see where match is on. Okay.
Oh, there's a bunch of stupid options in other tabs that you have to check.
More importantly, we just forgot to host that. All right, so we have this hosting while we wait, and we will drop as soon as our match is ready for this. But so the keys to going as far as you can with your money. Phantom points used to be the best option. They get rid of this for play points, which will be better for constructed. Constructed players will be easier to just play matches as they want. For the limited queues, the whole revamp with the play points. One of the bonuses is that limited players will cost more, but pack prices should increase and card prices should increase with that as well. So pulling your card should be worth a little bit more money as time goes on, which means it's a little easier to keep going if you sell your cards. You can play limited and constructed. You're going to spend money then because you're going to be spending money to play limited and then keeping the cards you want for your deck, so turning the other cards into playing more. We're lucky enough to have a modern deck usually on hand. Right now it's out on loan. Well, usually it's loaned to us, but the person that's loaning it is actually practicing for the matches.
Yeah, it's annoying playing online because I have several modern decks in paper. And I'm just not going to buy them again. So if we can't loan them from a friend, we're just not going to play it.
Right now, I'm considering putting more cards into online. I like the flexibility. Right, one of the big advantages is you can play when you want. One of the big disadvantages is you don't get to see new people, which kind of sucks. And
it's kind of good sometimes too.
The client's a little odd, but just being able to play.
Terrible.
Like if you're going to play Vintage or Legacy, you almost definitely want to play online. The community's better. It's bigger. There's more resources. You can play whenever you want. You're not having to drive across the country to play a tournament. For Modern or Standard, it's wherever. Like if you enjoy that F&M atmosphere, Standard is a really nice thing to play.
Some people do F&Ms for Modern though. I really like that.
Yeah, our local shop, or one of our local shops, we have like 5, is doing Modern
F&Ms.
We missed it, unfortunately, but we're excited to be going next week. Not next week, I'm out of town, but Brad will probably go next week.
Nope, out of town as well.
We're not going out of town together. We just
Gen Con, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go see somebody instead of go to Gen Con. All right. So we're waiting on everything. The good news is Scottam and APM have finished their first round, so we just have one more round there. But yeah, watching videos of other people drafting, like us here, which we appreciate, Moby's pick. But there's other resources. You can watch stuff like Star City Games, Channel Fireball have good resources both for drafting and how to keep going. Making good picks. You want to be doing as well as you can. I recommend playing Swiss queues at first until you feel comfortable. And then you can try 6 3-2-2-2s. And once you really are doing well, once you're winning about half of the games you're playing, moving on to something like an 8-4 is appropriate. 8-4s have a high potential if you do well. But we've gone...
I think the 6-2-2-2s are what we should be doing.
We've been doing Swiss and 8-4s, yeah. Because we've gone 2-1 in a couple tournaments and 1-2.
Yeah, so I think 6-2-2-2 is what we should be doing.
Yeah.
They give out the same number of packs as 8-4s, right?
They do. They're just distributed a little bit evenly.
Yeah. And you don't win quite as hard if you win, but the odds of you just winning when we're not that good are a little bit lower, I think. So they used to do what
So you still have
It
five.
was 5 2 2 2s or something, and it was just one less pack for no good reason. So I'm glad they fixed that.
Adel, you played 4 drafts. So you're probably ahead of the curve for new players. I would still recommend starting out in Swiss. The thing about Swiss, one thing I really like, I'm pointing out here, is that it costs one more event ticket. So all 8 of us paid one more ticket, and winner gets 5 packs, which is awesome.
It was
Or four packs.
instead of 3.
So they end up on the up and up. Like if you win your tournament, you're slightly ahead. I think this is a new thing they're trying, and I really like it.
It's pretty cool. I think we should play 6 2 2 2s. But
Yeah.
both have their merits. That's
6
for
2
sure.
2 2s are the least. I think that's the reason that we haven't been seeing as much limited tournaments.
So what's the difference between pre-release and the pre-release? Are they all sealed deck? Is that what the pre-release is? Do you not see O or I pre-release right there?
Yeah.
Is that all?
Oh, it's messed up on me. It's the pre-release specific events instead of just.
So they're all
Origins.
sealed, right?
I think so. Yeah, they're the sealed ones. You buy the Liliana pack or whatever pack you want, and then you buy tickets of equal to the price of that many Origins, and you get all the sealed cards.
He couldn't sell his packs because they were new player ones. I didn't know they did that.
There's a new player experience. Yeah, I recommend just keep playing new player ones until you run out. Draft experience is valuable. Yep.
I didn't know any of that.
Adel, they give you those things to just keep practicing, get used to the client. I recommend spending the beginning of your time just running through over and over through all those things. When you run out of new player stuff, then I would go into the other queues. But experience, getting used to the client. Losing the games, you will eventually accidentally lose to a misclick or an accidental key hit. We've lost to that.
Oh man, we've done that a lot.
Not understanding exactly how the triggering works. Like Magic Online is not a smooth experience.
It's not. It's really different from Hearthstone, which is completely smooth, and
Yeah.
does it keep telling us we win? Oh look,
Yeah.
everybody's done.
Yeah, it should be ending the round timer. Okay. You can only play one more. I would play the one more. The other thing, they might convert it. I don't really know how new packs.
I think you once you open the packs, you can sell the cards, though, right?
I don't know.
I think if you don't want them.
I'm not exactly sure how it works.
That's weird. It's really weird.
Yeah, but as Brad was saying, games that are made specifically to be played online.
Oh, look, would you like to play first? Yes. Would we like to mulligan?
Yes.
Yes, we would. Wow.
One more mulligan. All right, we're keeping whatever that is.
Yep.
It's fine.
That's pretty.
All right.
Pretty bad. I'll let you go. Just resolve mulligans. Looks like you can kill their first creature.
Yeah. Oh, we have a turn 1 creature?
Okay.
That's a weird card to play first. Maybe they just had a weird hand with land heavy.
Maybe. 3 lands. That's a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a rough spot. Our opponent's up a card. Or they've cycled 2/2 cards.
Yeah, we started 2 cards down.
That said, if our opponent doesn't play anything, we might do fine.
Good.
Oh, 2 Kolagon commands in the Thunderbreak region. See, yeah, that's great.
Pretty good.
All right.
So do you want to just kill that thing, or do you want to play the other guy
I'll play the Undead Servant,
and then kill it?
and then kill it if he plays anything better. Right, we're going to take 3 more damage, but we're going to deal more 3 damage. But I don't think we can afford to try to go the long game when our opponent has 7 cards in hand and we have 3. Also, we played first. Never mind. We went down land. I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, sure. You can hit us for 6. Just a random act of treason is not really particularly good. It didn't do anything for our opponent. We don't have anything better to do. And apparently our opponent didn't, because they didn't add things to the board. So they're looking to draw lands. And they got there.
Now, if only we could. That guy's good.
Yeah. So is this guy.
Yep. Go ahead and attack.
Probably should have,
Attack first? Yeah, that's how people usually play.
yeah. Oh, wow, that's aggressive. Our opponent must have something pretty nice. I'm going to make him use it.
Okay, you made it.
Sure. Alright, we're hoping to draw a plains here. I'd really like to play the Revenant.
Yeah, just 2 more lands is fine.
No, the Revenant's just 1 more land.
We've only got 1 creature in our game, right?
Yeah. That's fine.
It's very sad, Revenant.
It's alright. Centaur would be nice.
1 more land and we'll be happy. Doesn't matter what color it is at this point. What's that guy? First strike,
2-1
renown?
first strike, yep.
Oh, and when he's renowned, he attacks. He does something else too.
Everyone gets +1/+1 when he attacks.
No, yeah. It might be other renowned creatures.
Other creatures.
Other attacks.
I tell other creatures, yeah.
That can do his thing.
It's rough if he doesn't block, though. He took it. Alright, now we can double block.
Actually, you should have attacked with the Revenant.
You know what I'm going to do this turn? I'm going to block the Undead Servant on the Consul's Lieutenant, the Revenant on the Charging Griffin. I can trade these two.
You should double block the Lieutenant if he attacks with that.
Apparently I'm not getting that option.
Okay, well, just attack him back then.
With one or both?
Um,
I have to attack with both.
Depends on if we get a land or not.
Oh, a second Charging Griffin. That's
A
the
land
problem.
would be really nice, right? Or a removal spell. Neither.
I'm attacking the Undead Servant in.
You're attacking it so that what?
That'll be a 3/3.
Okay, so if you're gonna send the Undead Servant in, you should probably send the zombie in too, right?
No, because if he blocks the zombie and not the servant, we don't pump up Revenant.
Oh, okay.
But actually, it doesn't matter because I need to keep it back to block the console. So we're gonna have to chump block with Revenant. No, I'd rather attack with the servant.
Yeah, go for it.
Our opponent should just take 3 here. Is what they should do. But we're hoping that.
No,
Good.
that was pretty.
It's not exciting. I have
That was
to.
pretty crummy mole too.
Yeah, sometimes things start bad. I mean, mulling to 5 usually means you're going to lose. We've done pretty well for a mull to 5. If we had any 2 more cards, we'd probably be in an okay
If we had
spot.
1 more land, we'd actually dropped a 4/4 flyer, and then we'd be okay.
Yeah.
If we get it next turn, we might still be okay.
No, we're actually dead.
Are we?
Yeah.
How are we dead?
Well, if we could draw something that kills their cards, we might not be.
Yeah, block the zombie on the thing on the ground. And then block the flyer to the
Oop.
flyer. Did you just...
Misclick?
Oh, okay, well, we're dead.
Yeah. Yeah, because we would have blocked there. He would have had. We'd had a 2/3, and if we drawn a card, we'd have been fine.
Draw a card. Yeah, we'd have been dead anyway.
Makes me feel a little better. Alright, so we can add in things that fly if we'd like. It's really what we wanted to see. Our opponent had a lot of those other creatures. And things that fly would have been nice. If they're cards we want to take out.
Well, we just don't want to mull so much, I think.
Yeah.
I think
any of these cards would be fine. We have a bunch of removal and stuff
Now,
like that.
I don't know if we want the Sentinel and the Phalanx because they had a pretty fast deck, I thought.
Would you rather have a
So
Mighty
maybe-
Leap than a Goldforge Sentinel? Or a Revenant? A Revenant takes a little while to get going.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe we don't want the Revenant. I don't know. Let's just go with it and see what happens.
Alright. I would like to play first. I would like to have a hand that didn't involve mulliganing.
Okay.
That's good enough. Our opponents have been just keeping hands. They have just been keeping 7s left and right. They're really thinking on it, actually. I might have spoke too soon. This thing doesn't really do much.
Well, it's pretty true.
Alright, so our opponent's...
Down a card as well.
Yeah. So we're both fine here.
Maybe we'll draw some white mana.
Maybe we'll draw a card we can't play until like turn 12. That's rough. That's real rough.
We could draw the removal spell. Like
Boom.
that.
Alright, it's no longer real rough. You don't have to die terribly to it. One of the best 2-drops. Ooh! He's real aggressive.
Maybe we draw another removal spell. Nope.
No, but we're gonna cast a Read the Bones. It's gonna hurt. We're keeping both. And we're keeping... Yeah.
Seems fine.
Alright, so we're gonna Weight of the Underworld. That.
Yep.
It's really, really strong, too. It's gonna do 4 damage to us at least.
I predict he's going to do... Well, just 4.
Wish we had instant speed removal, right? Because imagine our opponent spends their entire turn putting that on there and we kill in response. It's real nice. That's really why I don't like Brawler's Blade. I don't think it's bad in this deck with the double strike, first strike, and flyers.
I don't like that Reed's Soul is a
Sorcery.
sorcery.
Alright. So I will say, if we get to keep trading, we're probably going to win. We have a couple of real nice 4-drops. Alright, we're going to drop the Servant here, so that way if our opponent equips, we can block their 4-3 with our 3-2.
Seems like a plan. So I think we need to hold the next land, right?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, so you need to play the next land if it's white. We need to hold it if it's white.
Yep.
Oh, no creatures in our graveyard.
Just the Griffin and pass.
Yep. Well,
Well, we can attack.
so that Brawler's Blade is going to be equipped.
If he equips it to the charging Griffin,
Which is what I would do.
now he can equip it to the Subterranean and attack us for 7, or you can equip it to the Griffin and attack us for 6. I think we attack with the Servant, play our Griffin, or do you want to hold the Servant back so that it only attacks for 6 and we're trading 3 for 6?
It's up to you.
With this being one land away from the beginnings, I think I'm going to try the slower play, but I'm not sure if I like that or not. But also, with us being at 14 life, I don't think we can race. The good news is if he does equip the Brawler's Plate, he's behind. He didn't play anything.
That's true. However, hitting us for 5 is definitely hurting.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's awkward.
So we attack with both
Um,
and play an Undead Servant.
5, 6, 7. Sure. I would say Brawler's Blade on an unanswered flyer is...
Brawler's Blade is good in his deck. I think Brawler's Blade is bad in most decks, but on a flying, double strike, first strike deck, it can be worth the opportunity for the potential, or the amount of tempo you could lose, right?
Yeah, I mean, had we drawn the removal spell at the right time, we'd have killed that flyer before it even...
Alright, well, there we go. That's act of treason to us dead.
Is that 2 games in a row right there?
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
It was that fast.
Well,
12 minutes of being dead. Game 1 we really didn't see much, but it was a decent game.
well,
Game 2,
do you
so-
feel like playing another one? If you do, I will buy in.
It's 8 o'clock. I think I'm going. I got work tomorrow at 6.
Oh, okay.
But we will, next Origins draft, we will probably be doing Tuesday, and Brad will be leading it. Brad, we expect to see fast
on
creature.
Monday.
I will be busy Monday working.
Oh.
But Tuesday we will be blazing in. I expect to see some sweet red, white, first strike, double strike, all in aggro.
There's a chance we could play tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a possibility as well. I will say I really like the Grasp of the Hieromancers. Other than the red-green deck, I don't think we had a position to pull them in. But if we were oriented towards them more, I think it'd been good. I don't think the black-red deck would do well against that. Or I feel like the red-white deck is probably more aggressive than we would have been even with the Hieromancers, even if we were orienting that. They just have a lot of really nice cards to go with it. Oh, look, we got Avatar Jace. What does he do?
It's unclickable.
He's just a Vanguard, says nothing on him. He does nothing.
Just like in real life. So let's go ahead and sell that 1 card before it goes down in value. We can turn off the stream, I suppose, to do that.
Yep, we're going to be moving the Demonic Dread because it's the kind of card that's going to lose a lot of value as it keeps going. I don't see that many homes for it, but people are really trying out. That said, it's very close to Days Undoing. You either think that it's a great card and people haven't unlocked the potential, or you think the card has a fundamental flaw that's too great, the end of the turn clause or the lose the game clause, and you think everyone's wrong. I think that the upside on Days Undoing is way higher, and I think that it stands a legitimate chance to be an awesome card. I don't think it has a home right now, but I definitely think Demonic Dread will not have too many homes because it's not modern good enough, and it's good in standard, but none of those effects are going to win you the game quick enough.
Yeah, I don't see it being a donate deck or anything either. So
There's the red card that does that, but that's it.
the red card.
It's a
Oh,
goblin.
I meant an actual donate deck like in Legacy.
Oh yeah, no, it's too slow too. You got to wait 3 turns before you even donate.
While you're getting all the value.
I mean, what do those cards even do against, like, sweet combo decks? Anyway, guys.